And me. T3.
Hey everybody, welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. Hey, as promised, this is a video that I want to make to show you all the steps you need to take to hold T3andMe accountable and Mark Meets Africa if you feel like they have misrepresented themselves and have taken money from you, promised you one thing and delivered nothing. These are the steps you need to take to try to hold them accountable and recoup your money. All right, here you go. This is the one about the arbitration. This is the part about the arbitration.
Now, I want to say this to every victim caught up in this scam. Listen closely to what I am about to say. Let the actual experts be the experts. These individuals, along with Pastor Fletcher, are far from experts on this subject matter.
And Pastor Rick Fletcher, that's another name.
These magpies, Heckle and Jekyll, Keith and King, are completely clueless about the role of an arbitrator under the Federal Arbitration Act. Let's prove it by examining Section 10A2 of the Federal Arbitration Act. In any of the following cases, the United States Court in and for the district wherein the award was made may make an order vacating the award upon the application of any party to the arbitration. Number one, where the award was procured by corruption, fraud, or undue.
Now, remember what the judge ordered them to do? Go to arbitration. But what Pastor Kelly is that a name, y'all? Kelly is telling us is that this can be overturned. If they rule in their favor, the judge here can overturn that because we know this was done on fraud. We know this was fraud, okay?
Means. Number two, where there was evident partiality or corruption in the arbitrators.
So we know there was partiality because T3andMe and Mark Meets Africa and TEO Ministries were all working together to get these elderly people to go to Africa and invest everything they have. Or corruption in the arbitrators. The arbitrators are the committee. Of course, there's corruption in the arbitrators. They're the ones who own it. The arbitrators are guilty of misconduct. Of course, they're guilty of misconduct. They were not honest with these people. They were not honest with them about what they were doing with their money.
Or either of them. Simply put, the Federal Arbitration Act addresses issues related to arbitrators' impartiality.
It's called the Federal Arbitration Act. Okay, y'all? The Federal Arbitration Act, which you say it's in violation. I believe it is in violation, that this contract is in violation of the Federal Arbitration Act.
Potential vested interest. Specifically, Section 10A2 of the FAA provides a mechanism for vacating an arbitration award where there is evidence of evident partiality or corruption in the arbitrators. I want to reiterate, this section allows a court to vacate an arbitration award if there is evidence of evident partiality on the part of the arbitrators. See, I've proved that these magpies, Heckle and Jekyll, Keith and King, have a vested interest in favor of
and they do. They do. They have a vested interest. They have a vested interest, and therefore you cannot be that's not fair. That is not fair. None of this. These people were set up to Africa. They're little 30-year-old puppets. They were set up, and the little puppets were the puppets. They told them what to do. They pulled those puppet strings. Yep, that's what they did. And the puppet masters was the ministries.
Protect their dry bones project. Listen again as Tail Ministry encourages their followers to support T3andMe.
So I want to introduce you all to the Dry Bones Project with this video that we all put together. And, the idea is that T3andMe, Stepping Stones to Home, and whoever else becomes a part of the Dry Bones Project will be playing this as an outro or wherever within their videos so that you know that they're a part of the Dry Bones Project and to support them.
Deuteronomy chapter.
They are a part of the Dry Bones Project and support them. Make sure you show your lawyer this,
double talk
ladies.
From Yacoba, or should I say Trey, as he read through these documents. On one hand, he acknowledged that the land can only be leased, yet he throws around terms like ownership and purchase.
They all do.
They even presented and read from a poorly assembled, rushed document clearly created overnight in an attempt to slander me and cover themselves, which explicitly mentioned ownership by proxy. To be fair, I decided to run this entry as well as others through ChatGPT. And this is what ChatGPT says. The phrase ownership by proxy and the explanation you've shared are legally inaccurate and highly problematic under Tanzanian land laws. This approach raises serious legal red flags and could be considered a land scam or fraudulent practices. As you can see from this verbiage, ChatGPT has identified this as a scam. KO Ministries can now officially be held accountable due to their vested interest in T3andMe. Now to our elderly brothers and sisters in Tanzania, there is a way out. If you have been subjected to this arbitration-related scam in Tanzania by Teo Ministries, it is important to take the following steps to protect your rights and seek assistance. Gather all evidence, starting with this clip, agreements, communications, and receipts. These documents will be crucial for proving any misconduct or fraud. Contact the U.S. Embassy in Tanzania for immediate assistance. They can provide guidance and help liaise with local authorities. Report the incident to the Tanzania Fair Competition Commission. File a complaint with U.S. authorities through the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, at www.ftc.gov about this scam. This scam involves cross-border issues. Contact the Internet Crime Complaint Center, IC3, at www.ic3.gov. Also, consult legal professionals who specializes in this area for help. Now, I proved that this violates the principles of fairness and involves corruption. You may be able to challenge the Teo twins under Section 10A2 of the Federal Arbitration Act in the United States courts. If not, they can provide the legal channels and course of actions you need to take to hold these guys accountable. Lastly, contact your local congressman. Don't be swayed by the misuse of scripture encouraging you to handle this matter internally. These people care only about themselves. Don't let them continue their deception. None of these guys are real estate attorneys, nor are they familiar with arbitration. Let the experts be the experts.
I feel like something today.
All right, y'all.